All right, settle in, folks. Masta Tatas here. And today we're going to talk about something you've probably heard a million times: procrastination. You know, that thing where you put off doing what you're supposed to do. For years, you've been told it's a weakness, a bad habit that's holding you back. Your teachers, your bosses, even your mother, bless her heart, they all said it was terrible, didn't they? They said, get it done now. Don't delay. But what if everything you thought about procrastination was, well, entirely wrong? What if I told you that by embracing your delayed action, you could actually unlock incredible creative power? Now, I know what you're thinking. Master Tatas, have you finally lost your marbles? Maybe a few, but stick with me on this one. I've lived long enough to see a few things, and one of them is that sometimes the slowest path leads to the most interesting places. Prepare to have your mind blown and your productivity redefined, not by rushing, but by taking your sweet time. You see, for most of our lives we've been conditioned to believe that productivity means relentless action, right? It's about checking off tasks, one after another, like a tireless machine. But human beings, my friends, are not machines. We're more like fine wine. Sometimes we need a little time to breathe, to ferment, to develop our full flavor. And often, that procrastination isn't idleness. It's a subconscious process, a stewing of ideas, a gathering of mental ingredients before the real cooking begins. Think about it. How many times have you been staring at a blank page or a problem, feeling completely stuck? You walk away, maybe you wash the dishes or take a walk or even just stare out the window, and then, bam, an idea hits you, clear as a bell. That wasn't magic, my friend. That was your brain working its wonders in the background. It was the procrastination period acting as an incubation chamber. Now, I'm not talking about being truly lazy, mind you. There's a big difference between deliberately letting something simmer and just, well, playing video games all day and then panicking at the last minute. We're talking about intentional, thoughtful delay. It's like waiting for the perfect wave instead of paddling furiously at every ripple. You wait, you observe, you gather your energy, and then, when the moment is right, you ride it with all your might. This reframing of procrastination, seeing it as an active waiting rather than a passive avoidance, allows us to tap into what I call creative bursts. These aren't just little sparks. They're often powerful explosions of insight and energy that come right before a deadline, or when you finally decide to tackle that project you've been avoiding. The pressure, combined with that period of subconscious thought, can forge brilliance. It's like coal turning into a diamond under immense pressure. Let me tell you, I've seen it countless times in my own life and in the lives of others. The moment you give yourself permission to not rush, to let ideas marinate, something interesting happens. You stop fighting your natural rhythm and start working with it. It's a game changer. It's like discovering that your old, rusty car actually has a supercharger hidden under the hood. You just needed to know how to activate it. So how do we harness this procrastination superpower? Well, it starts with understanding yourself. What kind of procrastinator are you? Are you a perfectionist procrastinator, delaying because you're afraid it won't be perfect? Or are you a distracted procrastinator, easily pulled away by shiny new things? Knowing your type is the first step to taming your beast, or rather, befriending it. One way to think about it is giving your brain an assignment and then letting it work on it subconsciously. Tell yourself, I need to solve X problem. Then go do something else entirely unrelated. Read a book, go for a walk, listen to some music. Your brain is a powerful background processor. It's like a computer running multiple programs at once, even if you're only consciously interacting with one. And sometimes the best solutions come when you're not actively staring at the problem, but letting your subconscious chew on it. This isn't an excuse to just slack off, mind you. This is about strategic delay. It's about recognizing that sometimes the best preparation for action isn't more action, but rather thoughtful inaction. It's about building up that mental pressure, allowing ideas to connect in unexpected ways, so that when you finally do sit down to work, you're not just executing, you're exploding with creativity. Now, I really want to hear what you all think about this. Does this resonate with you? Have you ever had a brilliant idea pop into your head right when you were procrastinating? Share your stories in the comments below. I read every single one, and your insights help all of us understand this complex human experience a little better. Give this video a like if you're finding this perspective helpful. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more wisdom from yours truly. Your engagement helps me keep this conversation going. Another key is to embrace what some folks call active procrastination. This isn't just sitting around doing nothing. It's choosing to do other valuable tasks instead of the main one. Maybe you're putting off writing that big report, but you're using that time to organize your files, answer important emails, or research background information that will ultimately make the report better. You're still being productive, just not on the primary task. This helps reduce the guilt often associated with procrastination because you're still moving forward, just on a different front. The goal isn't to never procrastinate, but to learn how to procrastinate effectively. To use that time to let your mind wander, to make unexpected connections, to build up that creative energy until it's ready to burst forth. It's about understanding that creativity often thrives in the space between active tasks, in those moments of perceived idleness. That's where the magic happens. So next time you catch yourself delaying, don't immediately beat yourself up. Ask yourself, is this true avoidance, or am I subconsciously letting ideas simmer? Am I building up to a creative burst? Give yourself a little grace, allow your mind to wander, and trust that sometimes the best work emerges from a moment of deliberate pause. This isn't about being lazy. It's about being smart. It's about understanding the natural rhythms of your own creativity and working with them, not against them. And when you learn to do that, you'll find that your procrastination isn't a weakness at all, but rather a secret weapon in your creative arsenal. Who knew, right? That old dog Masta Tatas still has a few new tricks up his sleeve, and maybe you do too. Remember, true productivity isn't about constant movement. It's about intelligent movement. It's about knowing when to push and when to pause, reflect, and let the subconscious do its wonderful work. So go ahead, embrace that thoughtful delay, and watch as your creative engine revs up in ways you never thought possible. Now, if you want to dive even deeper into understanding human behavior and unlocking your full potential, which, let's be honest, we all do, I've poured a lifetime of insights into my books. They're packed with more wisdom, humor, and practical advice on how to navigate this wild ride called life. You can find all the links to my books right there in the description below. Go check them out. They're not just books, they're conversations between friends. And hey, thank you so much for spending some time with me today. It truly means a lot. If you enjoyed our chat, make sure you hit that like button. Leave a comment with your thoughts. Seriously, I love hearing from you, and subscribe to the Masta Tatas channel for more wisdom from an old-timer who has seen a thing or two. Until next time, take care of yourselves, keep those creative juices flowing, and don't be afraid to take your time. You never know what brilliance might be brewing just beneath the surface. Bye for now.